Hey guys, so we should now be live. What you are currently joining me for is going to be about 20 minutes, maybe 15-20 minutes worth of deep stretching. It's going to be a complete relaxation video, so something completely new. Obviously, if you are part of my 10-day fitness challenge, you're going to know all about exactly what we're now about to do. But yeah, basically today is a complete rest day. So for somebody like myself who is used to training, sometimes it's very hard to just sit down and say to yourself, do you know what, we're going to have a rest today. So that is exactly what today is. So what I wanted to do is just take you through some deep stretches. So we are going to be doing full body. I'm going to be starting these stretches in about 30 seconds, just waiting for everybody to log on. But just remember, I am going to probably keep this video up for a little while, just so you guys can follow along as well and replay this, because you're probably going to find it very beneficial and you're probably going to have a lovely night's sleep. So you're probably going to see what I've done in the background. I've got up on YouTube itself a little cozy fire. I was thinking about lighting this one, but it's going to get too hot. So we've dimmed the lights a little bit, got a nice cozy fire going, and we're now going to go for some stretches, okay? So I might just adjust the camera throughout this. But what I thought we'd do is we're going to start at the bottom, just making sure you guys are all online. Dana's on, that's cool. So we've got a few of you on. But yeah, we're going to start from the bottom with our feet, and then we're going to go up all the way to the top with our head. And by that time, you should feel really good, relaxed. So we're going to get straight to work. If you're joining us a little bit late, no worries. Rewind, watch this video all over again. No problem. So the first thing we're going to do is literally just bring your feet. I'm going to just adjust this very slightly as we're live, so I do apologise. So sit yourself on the mat, just so you can see my feet. So you're going to bring in your feet nice and close. This is actually more of a groin stretch, but we're going to be doing some different bits with the feet in a little while. Just lift your chest nice and high. And just go for some nice deep breaths. Now there's going to be several of you a lot more flexible than me. So if you find yourself in a slight different position, that's absolutely fine. As long as you're feeling stretches throughout this workout, that's great. So the first thing I'm going to do is just let them legs go, and we're just going to bring one foot up over the leg. And the first thing I'm going to do is focus on bending the toes. So you want to bend them toes as far as you feel comfortable. Feel that nice deep stretch in the upper part of the foot. Just hold that for about 10 seconds. And then relax it, and we're then going to bend the toes the other way. So you're really, hopefully you can see this on the screen, you're just bending the toes right back. So this is stretching all the bottom part of your foot out. Also a very good idea to do this whilst your foot is on a ball, especially a golf ball. It's going to be a great part of the lower part of the foot stretch. We're going to do that one more time, so bend your toes this way. As far as you feel comfortable, get a nice deep stretch all across the foot and on the tibia muscle here. And then toes back that way. And we're just going to hold this for 10 seconds. And relax that foot. So we're just going to swap them over. Pop the right foot over your left leg now. I'm obviously doing the opposite. And what we're going to do is bend them toes this way to start. Feel that stretch in the top of the foot. And then toes bent back towards your shin, stretching out the bottom part of the foot. So each stretch we're going to hold for about 10 seconds. Obviously, if you are going to do this completely unassisted without this video, you can by all means hold these a lot longer. We'll hold a few of them a little bit longer. And toes down again, get that stretch in the upper part of the foot. I can definitely feel this one right across the shin. And back the other way for the last time. And relax. So we're just going to get some mobility in our ankles now. I will do this on the side, but you just want to make some circles. Really point the toes, lift the feet up. Bigger circles as you can. Try to keep the legs nice and straight. just heating up the joints of the ankle. And then we're going to go into some calf and tibia stretches. And relax. So first one we're going to do is the calves, okay, because the tibia is going to go on into the quad. So we'll go for the calves first. So the first thing I want you doing is getting into this position just here. So you're on your knees, your toes are sort of pointing this way, and you're kind of on the soles of your feet, or tops of balls of your feet. And then you're going to just pop your hands down, try to get the best angle for you guys. And then what we're going to do from this angle is just go on to our legs. And we're just going to sort of just bend one leg, keep the heel back on the other, and just keep swapping those over every sort of 3 to 5 seconds. Feel that deep stretch in the calf. So I do have kind of slippery socks for this, but still getting that sort of deep stretch in the calf, which is great. We'll do 2 more each side. So this one. And then this time what we're going to do, let me just check this. Do apologise, that was my battery telling me it's low. If that comes up again, I will plug it in, and I have got sort of my plug ready, so don't worry. So what we're going to do this time is just let the toe point inwards, so you stretch. If I show you from this angle, if I can. So from here, try to let your ankle do that. Can you see that? Trying to focus you down a little bit. There we go. So from here, you're going for that kind of motion. So you're just getting a different kind of stretch, and then from there, we're going back the other way as well. So again, this way, and again, that way. We're going to do the same on the other foot. I'm just going to lift this back up. There we go. So same on the other foot now, left and right. Left and right. Okay, so that's your calves nicely stretched. We're now going to go on to the tib muscles here. What we're going to do for that is just point your toes. I'm going to have to keep adjusting this camera throughout so you can kind of see everything. But what we're going to do is point your toes. Instead of having them down, we're going to point them that way now. And then just slowly sit back onto your feet. Now for a lot of you that might be painful, but just kind of go as far as you can, whatever's comfortable. Just hold that position. You can kind of go over to the left leg a little bit, just feel a little bit more of a deeper stretch in that sort of muscle running up along the shin. And then over to the right leg, just sort of putting a little bit more weight on those. Another 5 seconds, we're just going to come off sitting onto them. So nice and slowly up. Let them just relax. I'm going to do that one more. So let's point those toes back down and just sit onto those. If you do want to increase this stretch, by all means you can go right further back and sit in between your feet. Like I said, I'm pretty tight in that part of the shin, so this is plenty for me. Okay guys, so that's the shins done. Just make sure we are connected. Cool, so we've got a few of you online, that's great. So what we're now going to work on is the inner part of our legs, okay? So the first thing you're going to do is go up onto one knee. I am probably best to just adjust it so you can see what I'm saying at the same time. So I'll go as far back as I can, but we're going to have just onto one leg, and just with your hips, sort of just move them about a little bit, just so you can kind of feel the stretch along the groin. Got kind of baggy shorts on, so probably not the best choice. Okay, keep moving, and switch sides. You may find one side is a lot tighter than the other. For me, it's definitely this leg is tighter. Just getting that movement in the hips. Excellent. We're going to switch over again. Again, if you find that like putting pressure on the knee is a little bit sore, just pop a pillow under there. Excellent, switch over. And then we're going to do a little bit of something different on the last one. And that's going to have both legs out. So it's going to get a nice deep stretch. You're obviously just going to push to what you can. So what we're going to do now, just onto our hands, both feet out, and just let your body lower a little bit. Don't go anything too crazy at the moment. Just feel that deep stretch. And then what we're going to do is go on to the foot this time. Try keep that toe pointing forward. And then from here, we're then going to point the toe towards the ceiling. Just sit back into that leg a little bit. Just hold that stretch. Nice deep stretch into the groin. Okay, we're going to swap sides now. So just nice and wide again. And then back over to the other side. Keep the toe pointing forward for a little while. And then we're going to move it upwards like this. Keep both hands down for balance. But if you do want to increase that stretch, you can just sort of lean over the leg as well. So just hold that position. Super. Back up to the top. And what we're going to go for now is a little quad stretch. So a very similar thing to what we just did for the tibs where we sit back onto the feet. We're going to be doing that now for the quads. But this time, instead of having our hips forward like this, we're going to be leaning back. And from here, we're going to lift the hips up. And you should feel a deep stretch now in the quads. If you can't, just let yourself go lower. Try lift those hips a little bit higher. Relax, sit yourself forward. We're going to do that one more time. Okay, so sitting back again, as far back as you can. Lift those hips up nice and high. High as you can lift those hips. Really feel a deep stretch in those quads. And relax. Super. So we're going to move on now to the hamstrings. This is going to be a good one now. Lots to do, lots of muscles to stretch. So I'm just going to pop you down a little bit for this one. So take a little seat. And the first thing we're going to do is have your legs out in front of you like this. And we're just going to go as wide as you physically can. Like that. So nice and wide. Sit yourself up nice and straight. And first of all, we're just going to lean forward, slowly walk yourself forward just to where you feel comfortable. There should be a nice stretch. You may find that these start to try lift up, but just try keep the legs straight. If anything, just bring them in a little bit. And just go to where you feel comfortable. You can use the sort of rug or carpet just to pull yourself a little bit. And if you want to increase the stretch now, it's very easy to round the back here. So just lift this chest up and try to do the same again. You'll feel a bit of a deeper stretch. So from here, we're going to walk over to this leg now. So slowly walk over. Now, not everybody's going to be able to grab their toes. That's absolutely fine. Just as long as you're reaching down the shin as far as you can. And then, literally as far as you can, try to keep this leg nice and flat. We're going to hold this for 5 seconds and then we're just going to drop the head towards the knee. So we'll do that in 2, 1, bring that head down towards the knee. Just hold. And relax. We're going to go over to the other side now. So slowly over to this leg, we're going to do exactly the same. So just as far down the shin as you can to begin with, keep your head up. And then for about 5 seconds, we're just going to drop that head down towards the knee. And relax. Stage 2, we're going to bring these legs a little bit closer. So about just outside shoulder width now. We're going to do a very similar thing. So just walk your hands out. So guys, stretching the hamstrings is usually where the problem lies if you have any lower back issue. It's very common that your hamstrings are tight, which pull on the glutes, which then pull on the lower back. So stretching the hamstrings can very often cure a bad lower back. Always remember that if you have any friends and family. So what we're going to do is just pull your toes towards yourself, and we're just going to go over to one of these, this side of the foot. Grab that, both hands if you can, or just as far up as you can. And then we're just going to drop that head down. You feel a deeper stretch now. And then slowly back over to this leg and hold. And we're now going to just drop our head down for the last 5. And relax. Good, should have felt a nice deep stretch in those hamstrings. What we're now going to go on to is a little bit of the groin work and a little bit of glute work from the ground. So from here we're just going to bring those feet in. For many of you, you're going to be able to flatten those legs. For me, I definitely cannot. We're just getting a little bit of a glute stretch. Sorry, we'll do the glutes in a moment. This is more groin again, inner thigh. That's great. But what I'm now going to move on to is the hip. Okay, so how you do the hip, we're going to pick this leg. So for you watching on the screen, it's going to be your left leg. But I want you to put that shin dead flat in front of you like that. Now I'm going to get a bit closer because this is a very strained one for most, and because my hips are super tight, I find this extremely difficult. What we're now going to do with the other foot is you're going to rest that on top of this leg. So even that could be very tight for some people. Try cross it over a little bit, and then the goal is to try get this knee as close to this foot as you possibly can. You're going to feel some deep stretches going on everywhere. A lot of you, that's going to go down there very easily, and if that does, by all means start leaning forward into it as well. As you can see, the distance here for me is extremely tight, so them hips need a lot of work for myself. I just kind of try get into a nice deep stretch feeling there. We're just going to hold that. And you're going to see how tight this hip is compared to this one. This one's going to go a lot lower, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, so we're going to swap them over. So this time, this shin lays nice and flat, and this one is going to go on top. So, as you can see already, the distance is a lot smaller, although very still tight, to be honest. But I can almost touch that down now, which tells you I need to do that left hip a lot more. Just hold that position. You should feel them right in these sort of glute medial parts. Excellent, and relax. We're going to go to more sort of glute maximus now. So have both feet out in front. I'll get back here so you can see. Lift your left leg up. I'll lift my right just to sort of work inside with you. Now what we're going to do is cross that one over. And then with your right arm, we're going to cross it over. And we're just going to push and twist away. If you want to increase the stretch on the glutes, really push that knee towards the floor. Feel a nice deep stretch now in the glutes. Just hold and relax. I'm going to switch them over. So now your right leg up, cross that over your left. Your left arm goes over the top, and we're just going to push that knee away towards the floor and twist away from the leg. Just feel a nice deep stretch now over here. And relax, excellent. So guys, I'm now going to take you on to what I class my absolute favourite stretch for the glutes. It's a piriformis stretch. It's a stretch called the pigeon, I believe. It's very tough to get into if you are not very flexible. Hopefully you guys find it okay, but if you know anybody with sciatica problems, this is going to work wonders for them. We're going to do both sides, so we're going to start with, I'll start with my good side, because then you can kind of see exactly how it should be, and then you'll see how tight this side is. So what we're going to do for this, the best way I've found to get into this position, if you sit on all fours, what you're going to do is cross your, I'm going to obviously work opposites to you, so you cross your right leg over your left, like that, okay, and then what we're going to do, I'll try to get into position for it, is to slide this down, and we're going to try get it so we're nice and square on with this leg here, so you can see the foot's up nice and high. I'll try and get a different angle for you guys, about here, And what you want to try focus on is a lot of people will sort of round. Again, I'm going to go here. You'll see a lot of people go this way. You really want to try get yourself square on if you can. So really bring them hips into square position like this. I'm going to keep moving about for you guys just so you can kind of see. Okay, so from here now, holding that position nice and try bring your hips as low to the ground as you possibly can. If you want to increase the stretch, just bring this foot higher, but keep your hips nice and low. So you see this is very comfortable for me on this side. The other side, you're probably going to laugh. Just hold that stretch. You should be feeling it right deep in here. Your piriform should be screaming out to you. If it's not, go deeper, lift that foot higher. Just hold that position. Okay, and relax. What we're going to do now is the other side. So how we do that is this time cross your left leg over your right, and we're just going to slide that left leg nice and far back. Again, I'm probably going to mix some positions up just so you can see it, but this side is a lot tighter for me. And what you want to do, guys, is just a nice deep breath in, and on the way out, try focus that muscle just to relax. Keep them hips nice and square. Just a very deep stretch on those glutes. Anyway, hopefully you're enjoying this cozy little music going on. And remember, guys, if you are following the 10-day fitness challenge, after this, I do want you guys to just hit a nice sort of 15 minutes to yourself. Focus on your breathing, nothing else, no distractions. You can even make the room dark if you like. There we go. Relax. Good, so you should feel nice and relaxed around the hips now. What we're going to do now is we're just going to go for more of an upper body stretch now. I'm going to start bringing it into the back and the sides, the lats. So we're going to go back onto your bums into that seated position. And then we're going to just bring your feet back in like this. So just a nice relaxed position. But what we're going to do now is we'll start with your right side. So what I want you to do is put your left leg out, left leg in front. Obviously I'm doing the opposites. And then what we're going to do with your right arm is really try stretch over this way. So you can go onto the elbow and you just want to try keep your shoulders nice and square in line with your body, and you should feel a nice stretch going all the way down here now. So all into that back muscle, your lats. Again, you can just twist more towards so you're facing the floor if you want to put it more around the back of your body. If you want to bring it more into your obliques, you can just sort of face the ceiling a little bit more. You should feel a nice deep stretch going over that right hand side of your bodies. I'm going to slowly come back up onto this hand. Okay, and we're going to swap sides for that. So this time your right leg goes out, left leg in. This time with your left arm, we're just going to come over this way, down, and just feel that nice deep stretch into the back muscles facing the ground and into your obliques and abs as you face upwards. Nice deep stretch. And back. We're going to do that one more time, guys. So switch sides again. This time I want you to focus on more on facing the ground, so you're getting that deeper back stretch here now. So really stretch. Open that up nice and high. And switch sides. So back over, face that ground, nice back stretch. Open the arm up and sit yourself back up. So nice lat stretch there. What we're just going to do before we do anything else higher than that is we're going to just stretch those abs out. So this is one, I do a lot of ab stretching when I do some sit-ups. A lot of people don't. So what happens when you're trying to get the sort of six-pack look, what happens to people is they'll get these wonky abs going all over the place, because what they're technically doing is training one side more than the other, so everything starts to twist over. So if you can focus on getting a nice ab stretch like what we're now going to do in after all your ab sets, you're going to find yourself having a lot better, healthier ab look when they arrive after you diet for a little while. So what we're going to do, bring those hips down nice and low. We're going to try bring your body nice and upright here. You should feel a deep stretch in those abs already, but then from that position, just keep holding that. Sorry, the Battery went again. What I'm going to quickly do, guys, whilst you're just doing that, it won't take long. I won't have my microphone in. I'm just going to switch that over for the plug for the battery. There's my microphone. Right, so what we were saying, so we're going, so what you want to be doing in that position is with your abs, breathing them as thin as you possibly can, okay? So back into that position, as thin as you possibly can. Look over your left shoulder, and then look over your right shoulder. That'll stretch the obliques out a little bit more. And then just up into the air. Fantastic, guys. Walk that up onto your hands. Just get that nice hamstring stretch. It's called the downward dog, believe it or not. Just hold this position, let the head relax. Let your spine decompress a little. Nice deep breaths. Just completely let your head relax. Let the arms take all the weight. And slowly lower those knees down. We're just going to go on to some shoulder mobility now. So sitting back like this will be fine. We're just going to go for some big circles with the arms. Going backwards. Open that chest up nice and wide. And then we're going to change direction to go forward. And then we're just going to go front and back. So open them up wide, cross them over, open them up wide, cross them over the other way. So you're getting a chest stretch here, back stretch here. Shrug them shoulders, nice big circles, other direction. And what we're going to finish on now is just a neck stretch. So one of the most important is neck health. I'm going to get a little bit closer for you for this one. Just sitting on the ground again, what we're going to do is you want to keep your chest nice and upright so you're sitting up nice and tall. Let me just adjust that very slightly for you guys. So you're nice and tall. What we're going to do is, first of all, just pop your chin down onto your chest here. You want to try to keep your jaw shut if you can, so your teeth are closed. And for some of you, that's going to be deep enough. For others, you might want to just pull a little bit on the top of your head. And just feel that stretch in the back going all the way down the spine. And then what we're going to do is slightly look at about 45 degrees this way and do exactly the same. Don't pull too hard, just feel the stretch. 45 degrees the other way. And relax. What we're going to do now is just exactly the same, but we're going to look up. So keep them teeth nice and shut. You should feel all your scalene muscles opening up. Chest should feel a little bit relieved. Again, to increase the stretch, just push a little. Then look at 45 degrees. 45 degrees the other way. And slowly back to neutral. We're now going to look to your guys' right. So look over that way. Try not to let your head fall. Try to keep it nice and upright. And you're just going to slowly push that towards the shoulder. Slowly back to the middle. And then we're going to look the other way. So that way first. Just a little bit of assistance. And back to the middle. So guys, I think we did around 29 minutes. Hopefully you feel good, a little bit relaxed, a little bit refreshed from that. Obviously it's a little bit of a toe to neck stretch. What I want you guys to do now, if you are part of the challenge, is get yourselves a little bit of time to yourself. Relax the muscles. When in the plan, when I was talking about focusing on your breathing, that is literally all you want to be thinking about. So all you want to do, nice deep breath in, and then the whole time. Now I am, like I said in the plan, I am definitely one who needs to meditate more. In fact, I've probably done it once or twice in my life, but I know the benefits of it, and I know that it needs to be done more. So that's the reason I put it in this plan, to give you guys a little challenge. And and you're probably going to feel awesome after it, and you're definitely going to sleep better tonight. But just see how you feel. Give yourselves a minimum of 15 minutes, and in 15 minutes time I want you to comment on the private Facebook group of how you felt. By that time you should all receive your plans for tomorrow. I know what you're thinking of that as well. But as always guys, I'm really enjoying training you all, or helping you all I should say. And yeah, we're going to finish that video there. Hopefully you enjoyed it. It's a bit of something different. Thank you, Rick. Good to see you, mate. Thanks for joining. And yeah, enjoy the meditation. And let me know how you get on. See you guys, or chat to you guys in 15 minutes.